Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, Yoel Kuttner. Thanks for the great suggestion. You asked, why is there an escape key on a keyboard? Whether you're typing an email, writing code, or simply browsing the web, you've probably noticed the escape key sitting quietly in the top left corner of your keyboard. Most of us rarely think about it, yet it's one of the few keys that has remained virtually unchanged for decades, while countless other keyboard features have come and gone. So why has this tiny key stood the test of time? And what purpose was important enough to earn it a permanent place on nearly every keyboard? Stick around as we uncover the surprising history of the escape key, right here on History of Simple Things. To understand the escape key, it helps to go back to a time before personal computers even existed. In the 1960s and early 1970s, many computers didn't have colorful graphical interfaces, windows, or even mice. Instead, people interacted with machines through text terminals connected to large mainframe computers. Every instruction had to be typed precisely, and computers interpreted those characters as commands, rather than clickable buttons. If someone made a mistake, there usually wasn't a simple back button or an undo feature waiting to rescue them. Engineers needed a way to tell the computer that they wanted to stop what they were doing, abandon the current command, or signal that something different was about to happen. The escape key first became widely recognized on computer terminals in the early 1970s, especially on equipment produced by Digital Equipment Corporation. It wasn't designed to close windows or pause games because those concepts barely existed yet. Instead, pressing escape sent a special control character known as ASCII code 27. Unlike ordinary letters or numbers, this character acted as a signal rather than visible text. It often told software that another command or sequence was about to follow. For example, many terminals used escape as the beginning of instructions that controlled the cursor, cleared the screen, or changed text formatting. Rather than printing something on the display, the key essentially announced the next character should be interpreted differently. As computers became more interactive during the late 1970s and 1980s, software developers discovered another valuable use for the escape key. Programs frequently required users to make choices, enter information, or navigate menus, and sometimes people simply wanted to cancel what they had started. Instead of forcing users to complete every action, developers began assigning escape as the universal way to back out of a menu, stop a process, or dismiss a prompt. It wasn't exactly an undo button because it usually couldn't reverse completed actions. Instead, it let users abandon something before it was finalized. This consistent behavior made software easier to learn because pressing escape often meant, "Never mind, take me back." When IBM introduced its personal computer in 1981, the escape key was included on its keyboard, helping establish a layout that would influence countless future designs. As IBM-compatible computers spread around the world, manufacturers largely kept the same arrangement so users wouldn't have to relearn basic controls. Later operating systems such as MS-DOS, Windows, Unix, Linux, and many applications all adopted the escape key for similar purposes. Even though each program could assign its own function, users gradually came to expect escape to cancel, exit, or interrupt an operation whenever possible. That consistency became one of the reasons the key survived while many other specialized keys disappeared from modern keyboards. By then, escape had become less about a specific command and more about giving users an immediate way to step away from an action. Today, the escape key continues to serve different purposes depending on the software being used. In web browsers, it can stop a web page from loading, although modern internet speeds have made that feature less noticeable than it once was. In many programs, it closes dialog boxes, exits full screen mode, or cancels an ongoing task. Software developers use it constantly while testing applications, and programmers rely on it in coding tools and command-line environments. On Linux and Unix systems, it remains essential for navigating editors like Vim, where pressing escape switches between editing and command modes. Even video games frequently use the key to open pause menus or leave certain screens. Despite its reputation as a cancel key, escape represents something broader in computer design. It gives users confidence that they have a way out if they accidentally trigger the wrong command or enter the wrong menu. Human-computer interaction experts have long recognized that people feel more comfortable exploring unfamiliar software when they know there's an easy escape route. That's why many applications intentionally map escape to actions that feel safe and reversible. Interestingly, some compact laptops briefly experimented with removing or shrinking the key to save space, only to receive criticism from programmers and power users who depended on it. Even as keyboards become thinner, manufacturers continue finding ways to preserve the escape key because its role is deeply woven into decades of computing habits. The escape key has lasted not because it's flashy or frequently discussed, but because it solves a timeless problem. From the earliest computer terminals to today's laptops and gaming keyboards, people have always needed a simple way to stop, cancel, or change direction before moving forward. Its purpose evolved alongside computers themselves, shifting from a technical control character into a familiar symbol of user control. Most of us probably press it without giving it much thought, yet every tap reflects a design choice made decades ago by engineers trying to make complex machines easier to manage. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest, quietest features are the ones that stand the test of time. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.